Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let's to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Fathurrahman. My present number is 20. I am from English education student at Universitas Maritim Raja Ali Haji. In here, I want to tell you about basic reading presentation. From the title, Organizing Ideas by Time and Space. Well, without wasting the time, let's move to my presentation. The several ways of organizing ideas by time and space. The first is organizing ideas by time. The second, using time order, is using signal word and using preposition. So the third is organizing idea by space. Okay, the first point is organizing idea by time. Organizing idea based on time can mean that if you want to read a sentence or paragraph, of course you need to make a time list, because from the time sequence you can develop ideas to make an appropriate sentence or paragraph. Example paragraph, organizing ideas by time. In the morning, I wake up at 5:30 to pray subuh. So after that, I'm bathing. At 6:30, I have breakfast and then prepare to go study. In 7 o'clock, I have ready for study. After study, I will go to canteen for lunch at 1:15. After lunch, I go to class to continue the lesson. And at 4:30, it's time for me to go home. When I got home, I rested as usual. The list time order: 5:30 o'clock for prayer, 6:30 o'clock for breakfast, 7 o'clock for study, 1:15 o'clock for lunch, and 4:30 o'clock go home. The second point is using time order. This time sequence word indicate that the sequence of events that occur make it possible for the reader to understand the sequence of events. Time sequence word also establish clarity in the read and lead the reader on a clear and cohesive journey. For example, first we measure the perfume in the beaker. Following that, we poured it into its designated bottle. Finally, we labeled the bottle for display. The list of time order word. The first, before, early, formerly, previous to, in the past, prior to, yesterday, last time. So first is to begin, initially, originally, at the onset, at the beginning, at the outset, before all else. So next is after, following, in turn, second, soon after, henceforth, third. So sometimes is at time, occasionally, periodically, rarely, seldom, every so often, on occasion. So last is finally, to conclude, in the end, ultimately, to finish, lastly, at last. Using signal words. Using signal words are specific words that you can use to transition between the different ideas in your paper clearly and organically. So you can use this list of using signal words. The first addition is moreover, and then next, besides, also. So the second is similarities, is similarly, just as, likewise, comparable, alike. So the third is differences, is between, yet, however, though, otherwise. The fourth is place, is here, next to, there, under, to. So the fifth is summary, in short, that is, finally, to be sure, indeed. So number 6 is examples, is for example, such as, on, specifically, including. So 7 is time, is first, next, last, since, today. So the last is define, is called, of, are, means. Example using signal words, like Ronnie is lazy to do activities because firstly he takes pilot up, secondly he was very tired of what to do, thirdly he had to water the plants near his house. Using preposition. A preposition is a word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. They add to connect the people, object, time, and location of a sentence. For example, dates, in February or in July, on Monday or on Sunday, on July 18, 2021, or on the 18th of October, at the end of the year, or at the beginning of May, from 2005 to 2021. So example times is at 5 o'clock or at 5:09 and 30 o'clock. At night, in the morning, or in the afternoon, from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So you can use the preposition like in, on, at, and from. So the last point is organizing ideas by space. There are two ways to organize a paragraph using space order. One way to organize, choose a string point by space order is to choose a starting point and give the locations of things in relation to that place. Another way to organize by space order is to describe the things is in one area first and then move on the next area and so forth. For example of organizing by space. One day I walked to a big city not far from my village. There I walked with my friend and we stayed at the cheap hotel. In front of the hotel there is a big mall, and if we look to the left of the hotel there is a restaurant, and look to the right there is a motorcycle taxi bus. I walked toward the back of the hotel and there was a nice cafe. The cafe was very crowded from the front. Inside a booth it was already full. Because of that I didn't sit in the cafe. After that I went back to the hotel and booked a big room and had a beautiful view. And that where I felt the hotel was perfect and the best. Alright, I think that's all from my presentation. Sorry if I have mispronunciation, and thank you very much for watching my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.